Okay, so what's we going to play for today? I will start a 10-minute game. And let's see if I play white or black. So, okay, cool. So I'm play as black, and my opponent play e4 as the first move, and I will respond with e5. Knight a3, knight c6. Let's see if I will play. Okay, Ruy Lopez. All right, so I will kick the bishop. So this is very common move in b5. Knight f6, develop the knight. So my opponent have like a very similar rating as mine. Okay, play d3. So usually we have pawn to c3 and then to d4. So my opponent chose not to push the pawn, d-pawn in one move to d4. Instead, it developed the pawn to, it's just one step. So I will play h6 to, yeah, prevent bishop to g5 to pin my bishop. And c3, I think a d4 is expected. So if I play bishop to c5, it will be, yeah, just kick. I don't like that. So I move bishop to e7. Castle, castle. Okay, so should I move the pawn to d5? Probably I will lose the pawn. I will play d6 and later move my bishop to g4 and h3. Yeah, prevent my bishop going to g4. Straightforward. And knight a5. This is very typical move in Ruy Lopez. And I have pushed the c pawn to attack on the queen side. So in Ruy Lopez, black usually attack on the queen side, and I don't have to trade the pawns because I don't like fully control the c file. And instead, I will move my bishop to b7, and later, once I have two pieces, um, yeah, I want to open up the c file, but my opponent just close it. This is expected. And what should I do? How can I keep opening the queen side? So maybe first of all, I move the pawn to c4 to, yeah, have the c5 square. And clearly my bishop is blocked. I'm wondering, should I move the bishop back and knight b7, knight c5, or should I keeping pawn to f5 to weaken the e4, the root pawn? So yeah, this is the moment I need to decide which side I should set up a long-term plan to attack my opponent. So I think white will possibly attack on my king side. This is what I usually do at Ruy Lopez because it doesn't have very much space as a queen side as I do. So if I play f5, I open up the king side. I think that favors white. So I will still find a way to attack the queen side. But what should I do? If I move bishop back, it just takes a lot of steps. Or can I move rook and bishop back and then b4? Yeah, maybe that's quicker. So I don't have to move 1, 2, and knight 3, 4, 5. I think I can pick quicker. Okay, knight g3, probably knight f5. Should I still play bishop c8 to kind of guarding f5? Otherwise, knight f5 is really annoying. Yeah, I still play knight c8 as a defender, and then I can still play b4. The pawn is under my protection. So this time control doesn't have any increment. So I have spent like 3 minutes and 21 seconds if I want to be very precise. Okay, knight h4. That's interesting because there is some discovered attack I can possibly do. So if I take e4, the rook will take that, protecting the knight. But if I take d5, pawn take, I can take the knight. And there's no any other threat after I take in the knight. That's safe. So if queen take, I can take the knight still. I'm still safe. Quite good. If knight goes to g5, I can take, and knight go back. I have my queen protect e7. I think that's still safe. Yeah, let's take that. I think I can win this pawn. Knight g5. Should I take the knight or move it to f4? Go here. Is f4 better than f6? So if f4, I will have a double pawn. Yeah, maybe knight back to f6. Yeah, I think that's safer. Ooh, take, knight f5. But I can take the knight. So the next job for us is trying to resolve this backward pawn. For example, pushing to d5, and maybe I will move my bishop to e6. Okay, queen f3. So white really wants to compensate, get some compensation. After losing the pawn, I need to be super careful. Take is okay. Knight h6. My bishop guarding the. Yeah, I think I can still play bishop e6. Or should I attack the queen side? Probably not. Or move the knight back to c6. And I can at least have another piece defending the bishop. So I don't have much time left compared to my opponent, so I need to be a bit quick. So since there's a no d5 pawn, so I can move my knight back. It's getting closer to the center. I think probably good. And then I just want to fight back at the center. So the c6 knight can support e5. This is really helpful after I push d5. Oh, sacrifice. Take. The queen cannot go to these two squares. Am I in danger? But if I don't take, I think that's still a problem. Let's do that. I think I'm still knight f5. Take. Or maybe bishop to h. Oof, I will lose the rook. Maybe it's fine to lose the rook. h7. Yeah, the dot square bishop is quite annoying. Yeah, I think it's fine to trade the rook with the bishop, because I can defend my king with my dark square bishop, and the knight is not like hanging. I should take that. Queen to f5. I think my opponent has a very clear plan to queen g4 and queen g7. So should I trade the queen to protect this square? So this is guarded. Okay, queen c8. Is that safe? Yeah, I think that's safe. And then I can move queen to here. Okay. Oh, rook e3. That's annoying. Check. My opponent doesn't give me much time to think. I think that's his or her strategy, because adding time pressure favors white, because I don't have much time and I'm in the defending position, which takes usually takes more time for someone who defends. Okay, that's actually a relief, because the dark square bishop is gone. So now I think I think the light square bishop is really blocked by this path. I don't need to worry that for now. And trade the rooks. Let's do that. Although I can also target like the G2. I need to speed up. If another, yeah, the rook wants to attack my queenside, but surely I need to close queenside. If it take, I could probably take that or knight d4. I like knight d4. It's in the center. I need to figure out a way to counterattack. Otherwise, it's really passive. A5. That's interesting. B3. Let's see where the bishop go. D1. Okay, the rook is blocked. I like that. Should I keep pushing? Tick, tick. I don't know if it's wise to. Yeah, I will trade the queen. I really want to make the position. Oof. Yeah, that's bad. I will lose the pawn. This is something unexpected. Can I get the a pawn back? Yeah, that's really sneaky. So my opponent has won 2 pawns back. I only get 1 pawn. So yeah, I think white is clearly better. So I only think about trading the queen, but I didn't consider the pawns. Oof. I have bishop. I need to be very quick. So if I can get a draw, I'm actually happy with that. So my opponent has like 3 pawns up, but I have a bishop and knight, which is usually better than a rook. Can I trap the rook? I really want to trap the rook. Okay, c5. Take the pawn. Take. Yeah. Avoid this pawn being captured. I don't have much time to calculate, so I just play really quick. Knight a4 without being like targeted. I really want to trap the rook. If I have a knight at a4, okay. Knight b2. Attack the pawn. If I don't have much time to think, that's a problem. Well, I really hope my opponent made some mistakes. C6, king here, or king to here. Oh, ow. That's hurting. Yeah, I'm happy if I can get a draw. But clearly, that's not good because I will lose the knight. My knight is trapped. So bad. Yeah, it's really hard. I think I will lose the game. I spent so much time in the beginning, so that's a problem. And my opponent play very, very calmly. As you can tell, like after trading the queen, my opponent take my like 2 pawns. So this is something I didn't think about. I only focused on how to like defend attack. Oof. My rook will be, yeah, I will click resign. Very good game. I would like to review the game and let's see like which part of the game that I can improve. I think the opening is quite okay. So after d3, I will open up the evaluation bar to get some help from the engine. So d3. So actually bishop c5. This is something recommended by the engine. Yeah, I think that's active. Yeah, this is the c5 square is actually a better space for like the dark square bishop than the e7 because there is a clear diagonal. And since the pawn is, I mean, white, it takes white like two steps if want to push the pawn to d4. So we don't need to worry about pawn to d4 play like when we play bishop c5. So yeah, bishop c5 could be better. h6, I want to be very safe, but actually it takes me some time to defend the g5. Actually, because I always have a chance to move bishop to e7, so maybe the ping is not a real problem. I should be quick at developing pieces. Bishop e7. Yeah, so this two moves is a bit redundant because h6 preventing the pin and bishop e7. If I can move bishop e7, I don't need to worry about the dark square bishop pinning on the knight. It's long. It's different thing. I can show you. So when I have d6, so I think white should have more concern than I do at the knight being pinned because white has a bishop at b3. So if I pin the f3 knight, the light square bishop cannot really help unpin the knight. So that's why I think h3 from white makes more sense than I play h6. Knight h5, c5, d4. Yeah, maybe I should open up the center so I can, yeah, have a clear C file, I guess. So because during the whole game, I don't have much chance to attack on the queen side. So I play queen c7, knight d2. Still, I think I can like take the pawn because it actually, I think it favors black because for me it's just quicker than white to control the c file. So I should probably take that. And bishop d7 is probably not something I should make because after d5, the bishop is totally like blocked. And I just move it back. It just wastes moves. d5 is a really great move. And the engine told me that the best move actually is bishop going back to c8 or knight at h7. Yeah, remember I have this concern. I think about should I move bishop back or should I fight at the king side with f5? I think that knight h7, I think one of the purpose maybe pushing pawn to f5. So I play c4, but it turned out to be useless. Knight g3. So now white is better than me. Knight f5 is annoying, so I move the bishop. Knight h4. Is that the problem? I think so, because you see the bar from my side going up a bit. And knight e5 is a good move. Knight h5. Knight f6. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so I should probably think about defense. I should play safe because I have already won a pawn. So king h7, this is something I should do to protect the h6. And it turned out to be, this is a very, very good sacrifice. Or maybe taking that with the bishop is even stronger. Bishop 97, that's a crap. Where did I go wrong? Take. So yeah, I think black is better, but where did I go wrong? King c8, that's correct. King h5. Okay, so maybe I don't need to giving up the rook anymore. So I can move the rook to d because my queen has guarded this position and my bishop guarding this position. So if I worry about the rook e3, can go here, rook to g3. Do I need to worry about bishop g7? Not necessarily. I can move rook to g8, and that's quite safe. So yeah, I think the problem is I don't have much time to think. Otherwise, I can be better at defending. So I giving up half pieces. I'm still better. I think the problem is, I think a4 is quite good move. I think they expect like white opening up the queen side. This is something making me like, yeah, making mistake. b4, b4 is correct. a5, b3, bishop d1. And queen g6 is a big mistake because I didn't see I will lose the c4 pawn and b3 after trading the queen. So my queen is the only piece protecting like c4 for now. So actually, I don't need to worry about the king side because I have a knight, a bishop, and a queen nearby. So it is really hard for white to to gain anything. So I should divide my pieces. And you know what? I can also gradually move my king to d7, and that's quite safe. If the king check me, I can maybe queen f8, keep checking, king e8, check, d7. Oh, no, that's probably not good. The a6 is gone. So maybe I can move bishop f8. Yeah, that's safe. Because white doesn't have a Duxbury bishop, so the bishop here is really safe. And if I don't want to get the bishop pin, I can play king e7, and the bishop can always like move or leave it as it is. I mean, a white queen guarding my bishop, I think I don't lose. I think it's okay. My bishop is pinned, but white like keep the queen at the corner. I actually like that. So if f3, I can potentially maybe maneuver my knight to getting through and attack the weakness. So I'm just yeah, this is bad, and my opponent is winning after losing the c4. I'm definitely dead. Yeah, and my opponent play really calm when white gets like the advantage or the majority of the queen side. So then I don't think I need to review the rest of game because white is clearly better. And so I think in the opening I should open up the c file as soon as possible because queen side is the potential battlefield. I can like get advantage, but I didn't take the chance. And once white blocked the center, yeah, it just takes me more effort to open up the queen side. The good thing I did is I noticed the discover attack and then win a pawn, which actually makes my opponent a bit anxious because white just sacrificed a piece without gaining anything. And I defended well at the beginning after my queen at e6. I think I did really well. But trading the queen is a huge mistake. I didn't think about the queen side. I didn't think about the pawn structure. I just count the pieces. I didn't look at the position. Actually, if I play calmly, like what my opponent did, for example, make the king first and maneuvering the knight to better positions. I have two knights, and these are my assets. I should utilize the knights, and I have two pawns, so I should finding a way to move the knight, getting closer to the white pawns. And this is something I should utilize, but I totally forget it. So that's a problem I learned.